The decision not to indict the 8 Akron police officers doesn't end the investigation into what happened to Jayland Walker. There will be an internal probe within the Akron Police Department to determine if the officers violated any of Akron's police policies. So if violations are found, will those officers be disciplined? Today, News 5's Bob Jones talked one-on-one with both Akron's police chief and the mayor. So Bob, what did they have to say?
Well, Courtney, both of them once again expressed condolences to the Walker family, and the chief said he is willing to meet with that family if they want to. The chief went on to say that the internal investigation will go as long as it needs to get answers. Asked if he believes there was justice for Jayland Walker after the grand jury's decision, Akron Police Chief Steve Mylett had this response.
Do I think justice was served in the process? Yes, I do. In terms of individuals' interpretation of what justice is, I can't comment on that.
I also asked Mylett if it appears the officers violated any policies based on what was revealed in the Attorney General's lengthy investigative report.
I just downloaded this today, started going through it. Nothing is jumping out at me right now, but there could be.
Walker was shot 46 times by 8 officers after a car and foot chase. Investigators say Walker was unarmed during the shooting, but he fired a shot from a car less than a minute into the chase. And as he was running, he turned and raised an arm towards the officers before more than 90 shots were fired in less than 7 seconds. The officers were on paid leave during the grand jury proceedings, but Mylett said they will be brought back for non-patrol duties even as the internal investigation continues. Why not just keep them on leave until you're done with the internal probe?
I don't think there's a need to. I don't. They're not under criminal investigation any longer.
I also spoke to Mayor Dan Horgan about the pain Akron is feeling because of the Jayland Walker case.
I'm just going to be honest. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
And a statement made yesterday by Judy Hill from the NAACP.
We didn't get an indictment here, but there's an indictment on the city of Akron.
How do you feel about that statement?
I don't share that opinion, and people can have those opinions about how it is an indictment against the city of Akron. That doesn't stop the work that needs to be done and how we continue to need to do better to produce better outcomes.
Horgan also said he understands why people want to protest, and he supports that right.
There does need to be healing in the community, but we have to start in a way that we're listening to each other too.
But Mylett is worried about the potential for violence.
Your voice matters, your message matters, and we are listening. But destroying stuff, that's not an option.
Mylett says the internal investigation could take up to 2 months, and the Attorney General's report is only one factor he'll consider before determining if the officers violated any procedures.
I do think that the grand jury's decision that the officers did not commit any crimes is significant. I do.
And again, that internal investigation could take a few weeks, it could take a couple of months, and the police chief says that if the officers are cleared of any violations, they could be returned to full duty back on the streets by the summer. Courtney?
Bob, great job there. You packed a lot of information in a short amount of time there, and I know you did a lot of work today. But just to be clear, I want to ask you this. The chief will make the final call when it comes to these officers, right?
Well, that's right. Internal Affairs will be made up of 3 supervisors who will review this case. They will then turn over a report to the police chief, and then it ultimately is up to him to make a decision. If he finds that the officers violated any procedures or policies, they could face anything from a reprimand to termination.
Completely understand. Our Bob Jones reporting live again from Akron tonight. Bob, we appreciate you.